Okay, so the time that you hit with the cross, if it makes sense, I'll just use you, okay? He's over here in the stance. Are you gonna hit me with the cross now? Yeah. Right there, so when the person is stepping in towards you, okay? Other options that I have, that if I'm at that far distance, let's just say that he moves this direction, and guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move to kind of face him. At that moment that I go to step, he punches me. Boom, that's when he hits me with that cross, okay? Now, this one that I'm gonna show you with this cross is not just gonna be just straight, boom, and I'm hitting, boom. I'm basically dropping my base, right over here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm using this line as an example. I'm throwing with my elbow first and I'm locking it out. I'm with that elbow because everyone remembers Chuck Liddell back in his heyday when he throws, you knew he was throwing punches because he's the barroom brawler. Elbows are out, but he still hits hard as hell. So it was effective for him, but technically, if you're teaching a class, think about the proper mechanics. So I'm gonna throw with my elbow first because if I go ahead and if you watch me, if I turn my hand over, what happens, if you guys get into your stance, and then you guys go ahead and turn your hand over and then push, where's your elbow? It's out. So I know because you guys are a boxing gym, here's this wall. What do you guys do first? You turn and you hit. Same exact mechanics. I'm just using that line down the middle to kind of throw that cross. But it's not just straight across. This is gonna be, I don't want to say it's like being a bully, but it's almost like being a bully. Person covers up because they know that you're gonna be throwing that cross first, but I'm gonna step into it, boom, where I'm basically hitting, and then look at the direction of my punch. So if you look at the direction of my punch, it's not just straight forward, it's gonna be, boom, it's gonna be up at an angle. Right here, boom, up at an angle. Now the reason that's gonna be up at an angle versus straight forward is that if somebody hits me in that direction, it's one of these things where I'm pushing this bag versus, boom, I'm hitting up. What happens if somebody punches me in the face, like if I borrow you, okay? He punches me in the face straight forward, boom. He's just pushing me back. Can I still move out of it if I had a good stance? Yes. So what he's doing is that he's basically aiming, when I say for the throat, but the direction is gonna be up at an angle, like he's pushing his head back. So you got pretty hair. You gonna be okay if I touch you?
Yeah.
You're not gonna freak out on me? Okay. If I push his head this way, what happens with his body weight? But does his base still stay the same? So the weight distribution, it's like he's going heavy, all that weight's right over here. It's gonna be hard for him to counter, especially if he blocks. So I'm thinking worst case scenario that I'm right here and I'm hitting, boom, up right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cock my shoulder back, boom, I got that body shot. From that point, as I go ahead and work up on top, I hit with the hook and I got that cross. Does that make sense? So that's gonna be the difference and it's gonna be offensive. So as opposed to the guys that are staying right in front of each other, you're gonna initiate that attack, even though the person's gonna go ahead and cover up. Because even if I cover up, he hits me, boom, he hits me this way, my weight's right here. Guess what happens? He's thinking up top, boom, he hits the body, and then he hits the hook, and then the cross.